Discover English is a very modern school. We're in the centre of the city. Melbourne is generally voted as one of the most livable cities in the world.
The main course is just a general English course, and then we have a few other courses which are more specialised.
Test preparation classes, things like IELTS, the Cambridge classes. We've got free classes in the morning and afternoon on grammar, and even we have a drama class as well. But it's, the focus of Discover is really kind of the student experience, and so we get students from all over the world. We've got students from Asia, Europe, South America, everywhere.
As a teacher, if you don't have an understanding of the student's linguistic background, and also, in some cases, the cultural background, it's very hard to point out to students why they might be making errors or why they may not be seeing things the same way that we might in English, for example.
So the teachers at Discover come from all over. They're not just from Australia. I'm Australian now, but I'm originally from the US. So we have teachers from the US, from the UK, from South Africa, from New Zealand. So you get a real mix of accents and backgrounds and that kind of stuff.
It's fantastic. It's very, very easygoing. It's always, there's a myriad of different nationalities, cultures, which is one of the triggers that made me come to a language school.
The best part of their experience is spending time with the other students. When I have my students from Japan meeting someone from Brazil, they've never met anybody from that country before, and so they get really excited and they get to go on all these different activities together.
Students learn probably more from each other than they do from the teacher.
Maybe in Japan, when we take class, we don't say my opinion. Just hear what teachers say, but here a lot of people say their opinion. It's very different from Japan.
In Korea, we are learning English to take a test well, not to speak English.
So at Discover we really focus on the communicative method, right? We focus a lot more on really communicating in English and working on your speaking skills and your listening skills, not just, completing grammar exercises and working in a workbook. That stuff helps and it has its place, but we really try to make sure that the students learn how to actually communicate in English.
My job is just setting up situations, designing activities in classrooms which really are about fostering those relationships.
So there's lots of talking, lots of conversations and discussions and debates and that kind of stuff.
And humour is a massive part of that. So we always try and make a joke or something because it just opens people up.
Discover English have a lot of activity after school. That's why when I choose school, I thought if I go to Discover English, maybe I could make a lot of friends.
So we have lots of activities for them, like going to the night market, going to the beach, going wine tasting, going to the zoo. There's lots of different things to do around Melbourne, and when you do those activities, you're using English in the real world, and you're also spending time with students from lots of different countries and with lots of different accents and lots of different cultures, and so it's a real education in that sense.
Melbourne is very vivid city. There are heaps of things to do.
There's always events everywhere, festivals, live music everywhere.
It's very artistic, many musical venues and arts exhibitions.
You always find something to do, so you actually have a good time.
The beauty is that the classes never finish. Basically, you study, and when you walk out the door, you're surrounded by the subject matter, and it's pretty much impossible to get away from it, which consequently means you're going to improve a lot faster. And you can actually test what you're learning. You have the opportunity to learn, use, get feedback, see if it works. And not just that, you start to understand the cultural reasons why the language exists the way it does, which is, for me, probably the number one benefit of studying in a city like Melbourne.
After school, go to beach to do sunbathe. Sun. they sunbathe. Yeah, beach. Go to beach after school.
Okay.
Good life.
Yeah, very good life. Yeah, very. Yeah, no stress.
No stress.
No stress.
No worries, mate.
No worries, mate.